highlights?
Yeah, there's a bunch of highlights today, but I'll let Coach talk about the highlights of practice. But it was a great day. A lot of young guys making plays. A lot of young guys, playing a lot of different positions. And in this time of the year, you want to be able to give them as many looks as you possibly can. So, when that preseason game rolls around, preseason starts rolling in here, these guys got all the looks that they would have need to be able to step in the game and play comfortably.
Speaking of different positions, I know you said last week when we talked to you, you had really explored the inside stuff and the slot stuff. Much of you guys going down that avenue now that we're further into this thing yet?
I had my moments, throughout camp, throughout OTA so far. So, yeah, I know it does. I'm telling you, man, the intensity level is definitely camp type vibes. But I love it because Coach is definitely building that mindset for us right now. But back to your original question, I moved around a little bit throughout practice. So we dibble and dab with the idea. I'm loving it so far, but we're just going to see how far Coach wants to take it.
What's challenging about that? I know you've been around the league for a long time, but it's a little different, I guess. Right?
Honestly, to me, I feel like the inside guy is the most protected. Because you're closer to the linebacker, you got a midfield safety. So you're basically just playing to your leverage and just funneling the receiver to where you're not covering. So for the most part, just understand where your help is. So for me, it gives me the ability to play even slower on the outside because when you're on the outside, it's you, the numbers, and the receiver.
Right, yeah. That's why everybody's an island.
Exactly. So I've done that, for the most part of my career, and now moving, around and moving on the inside, just helping me play a little bit slower. And I understand the game. I understand coverages. I understand schemes. Now it was just all about putting me there to see how successful I
The
was.
Steelers have liked over the years, but they had Mike Hill for one. 2 years ago, they love the blitz from that different position. That's something that you feel like you're capable of doing. Look forward to doing, trying to get after the quarterback, even depending on the situation.
We'll see.
The rookies they got on the outside, they making you feel young?
Oh yeah, those guys definitely make me feel young, and just trying to keep up with those guys. It's tough, but I'm giving it my shot. I'm giving them my best throw. But these guys are tremendous athletes, big, strong. I told these guys they are the new day and age cornerbacks because this is what NFL GMs and teams are looking for: big, long guys who can run and also who have that physical those physical attributes. And it's definitely fun to have these young guys around because maybe it can help me play 3 more years.
They're getting mixed up. Cory and Joey look, the same with helmets on.
Right.
Do you ever look at them and be like, wait a minute, which one are you?
Honestly, on the interception that Cory got, I almost said JP because, like you said, they look just alike. But to have both of these young, as Coach like to call them, avatar cornerbacks, it's going to be special, man, because these guys, both of them, they want to learn. They want to get as much knowledge that they need to be successful. And when you see young guys like that, you just can't help but pour into them.
Patrick, do you think where you end up playing will depend on how fast Porter can develop and earn their trust?
I think he's doing a really, really good job of, doing all the right things, being where you're supposed to be. He's getting all the reps, he's getting all the looks that he needs. Coach is making sure that he's more than prepared to get the looks that he needs.
Is he working with ones?
Yeah, he's working with 1s, 2s, and 3s. So he's getting all the looks that he needs to make sure that he's more than prepared when his number is called. But you can't expect to see him on the field early and quite often.
Well, if he's outside, that frees you up to go somewhere else.
We'll see.
How much does it help to have Cory and JP in there? Learning together, that they come in, same age, same build, everything like that. But how much can they kind of help each other through this?
They really can. They can help each other a lot throughout this process because it's a long season. Both of these guys are going through it at the same time. So this is a time they can be able to really lean on one another. Really, like, Cory, how's your body feeling this week? What did you do last week? Or what do you think is going to help us feel, better throughout the rest of the season? Because we all know if we want to be where we want to be, it's a 24-week season, 25 including the bye week. So it's a marathon. It's not a race. So guys, the young guys have to understand that early. And once they understand that early and understanding how to take care of their bodies, that's when I feel they can really have a promising career for themselves.
Did you have a mentor when you first broke in, or a guy like another fellow rookie? The last one.
Yeah, I had two actually guys. I was lucky enough to have a cousin, Brian McFadden. Obviously, I was in high school when he got drafted in 2006 here, so I worked out with him every offseason. So he was probably the number one guy. But then when I got into the league, I had the opportunity to play with Adrian Wilson. So he was a guy who taught me how to practice, taught me how to study, how to handle my day-to-day life and business on and off the field. So that's what I want to be able to do to these young guys, because the game has been so good to me. I want to continue being good to the game by giving back, trying to give the next generation as much knowledge as they need to be successful.
Thank you.
Like you always hear, the standard is the standard. I got a lot of new guys and new faces like myself, and we just adapting to the standard. And it's a process, but the standard ain't gonna waver. So we getting on the train and we're having fun doing it.
Was this one of the more spirited end of practices since you've been here? It looked like you guys were having a good time at the end today.
I mean, it's like Friday in our world.
Yeah, right,
Ain't
yeah.
got no job.
Yeah.
It's just the end of the week, man. You always want to end the week on a good note, and I just feel like as a team, we started the week off with a process, and I think we ended it on the upwards of it. But as you guys know, the process never ends, So
What stood out to you today as far as that goes from the defense?
I think as a defense, like I said, we're making mistakes, we're able to come back and we're learning from them. So even out the young guys, you don't see them making the same mistakes over and over and over. It might be the same mistake in the same type of call, but in a different way. They might ran it the route a little different, and you're like, I play this, So we're learning. And one thing about this place is we have great coaches that's teaching. They teaching us as we, doing stuff on the field. So myself as a new guy and the younger guys that we just got in, we're able to get the correction right then and there. So when they do come back up, we're able to execute.
Any of those younger guys kind of open your eyes to this point, whether it's at your position or even just somewhere else?
I think all the young guys as a whole is doing a great job. They're coming in locked in every day. Off the field, they staying out of trouble, and that's all you can really count for, man. They come in every day ready to work, ready to learn, ready to adapt to their teammates, just like myself, I'm new, so I come in every day. I'm trying to sponge all the knowledge I can get, so when I get on the football field, I'll be the best product for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Is you and Cole, I know Cole wasn't too much on the field or whatever, but you guys both are new, same, going to be position mates. What's your relationship? Have you guys been able to come
We got a great relationship. We hung out yesterday. On the field, I feel like he's right next to me. I can hear him because, I come to the sideline, what you see? How you feel about this? If you was out there, how you do this? We picking each other brain. Cole's a very smart linebacker. He's a leader, and I feel like us two, we're gonna work well together. Same with anyone in our group, Mark Robb, Deuce, Tanner. Today I was on the field with Tanner for the first time. We worked well together, we talked before we went out there, we communicated and stuff like that, and that's what it's gonna take because like I always, put it towards a relationship. You gotta have a great relationship with a person. You gotta know what they're thinking, how they're gonna react to certain situations. That's how you're gonna be able to put the best product out there, no matter who you with. Because injuries happen, stuff happen, people life off the field. It's a lot of things that happen. Anybody can be out there. It's our job to make sure that we're all on the same page together.
So it's been helpful to have Cole's eyes out there, even if it's not always his feet out there.
Yeah.
Point.
Because right now for him, he's been a pro. I'm not trying to speak for Cole,
right.
But Cole's been a pro. He's not off to the side right now. Just off to the side. He's
engaged.
Very engaged. We're talking after everything we do with the whole linebacker core. Coles and me, off the field, we're gonna kick it together. Maybe when we kick together this weekend, I'll be like, hey Cole, you know what? Let's talk about golf or something.
Something other than
let's get off football. I talk about it all the time. So to hear Cole kind of talk about it all the time, it'd be funny. So this weekend, we'll talk about golf or something like that. So.
You mentioned all the new faces in the room. How do you think you've all been picking up the defense so far? I know it's only day 6?
I think it's a team collective. I think the good thing about here is nobody afraid to ask anyone for help. You know, so if you need help, man, I don't care. If I'm looking at something and it's covered too, and I'm just like, man, I'm kind of weary about it. If Pat P right there, I'm gonna ask Pat P, like, hey, what you think about this? If I walk down to the Mika locker, Mika, what you think about this? I go to Cole locker. You know, I go to a rookie and be like, hey, how they teach you how to play? Like, you know, because I want to know what they're thinking on certain situations so that I can see it that same way they see it. You know, I don't want to be on a different page.
What do you think the things you want to tune up on these last couple of practices?
Really just being more consistent, you know, just keep, you know, building off every play, every rep, and then just keep taking it rep by rep.
What's Patrick Peterson meant to you as far as showing you the ropes?
Man, great guy, man. You know, any questions I have, he always answers them. You know, he always, you know, do stuff with us. Outside of the facility, as far as like, you know, all the DBs go out and go-kart ride, or just do something, man. He always just taking us under his wing and just, you know, just having fun with each other.
Said you're keeping them young.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He was talking about the competitive environment here too. I mean, he said it feels like it's training camp already. I mean, you haven't been in an NFL camp, but has it been pretty feisty, pretty competitive out there so far?
Yeah, definitely competitive, man. Everybody just trying to make plays, and everybody just making plays from the offense to the defense. And, you know, it seems like every rep counts, and you know, everybody trying to get that winning edge.
Yourself included.
Definitely, for sure.
What have you been able to do so far?
Really just going out there, you know, learning information in the film room, come out to the field, retain the information, then you go out there making plays, get my hands on balls, and just having fun. Oh yeah, definitely.
Any feedback from the coaches?
No, they just want me to just keep building off that, just keep, you know, just keep improving, just keep trying to get better every day.
This guy has a question for you.
How does it feel getting an interception today?
Man, I feel really good, man. Especially all the guys like you just coming around me, man. Appreciate it, man.
I can't remember. Did you guys play Ohio State?
What you say?
Did you guys play Ohio State?
Yeah. We played Ohio State like 2 years ago, but I didn't play. I had torn my ACL.
Okay, so you never won against Harrison.
Oh, Cory, hi. I'm sorry. Can I ask you one more question? Have you moved around at all? Or you strictly been outside? Have they tried to move you inside at all?
Yeah, so I've just been sticking with corner, you know, just trying to take it day by day, just trying to learn everything from corner first, you know, then just try to go from there.
Okay. And actually,
no, you're good. Just keep asking. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. How important is it to have like a guy like there's a lot of new faces on the secondary? You, Joey, Patrick Peterson. How important is it to have a guy like Minka Fitzpatrick that's been here, that's been a leader in the secondary?
It's very important because like that guy knows what it takes to stay here. So you know, I always ask him questions. I always see the things he do outside practice, and you know, just take care of his body and just stuff like that. So you know, I definitely be under his wing, asking him questions, and just be watching him from a distance.
And what's your relationship with Joey like? I know you guys haven't been together too long, but
yeah, that's my guy, man. We always, you know, just going out there having fun. You know, we always make sure that we both know our plays and just, you know, just trying to be, you know, good guys towards each other because we all got the same goal, and that is to win and just make plays and have fun.
Life to this point,
Man, it really hasn't been different for me, just because I've been locked in.
Yeah.
In here, you know, in the facility, I really haven't been able to get out much. So you know, when I get some downtime, you know, just being able to get out and explore the city, you know, figure out where things are, new places, try new restaurants, find a bowling alley, you know, things like that. So, you know, when I get some downtime, you know, that's something I want to do.
What's your bowling average generally? If you're looking for an alley, you must have a number in mind you're trying to hit.
I really
right?
haven't bowled. I haven't bowled in a couple months. So it's
you're out of
kind of hard to
practice.
say right now.
What are you when you're going good though?
200, 220. That range.
What's a typical day like for you now? You said you're pretty locked in and spending a lot of time here.
Practice, film, working out, staying on my feet. You know.
Like, is it how many hours? I mean, getting here pretty early, leaving pretty late, that kind of thing as a rookie.
Nah, not. We'll get here early, but
yeah.
You know, it's not like college where you're here till
Yeah.
6, 7 o'clock at night. You know, but you know, we still have meetings and stuff. You know, I probably get out of. I probably get in here around like 6:30ish, 6:15. Probably leave like 4 or 5. You know, so it's not as bad. as college, but you know, still enough time to get to work in.
Yeah.
You have to treat your fellow lineman to a meal yet?
Huh?
You have to treat your fellow lineman to a meal yet?
Not yet. They say they want to wait till the end of the season. I think they're trying to get me, but you know, we'll figure it out along the way.
Did you guys go out with Kenny one night? During OTAs? What was that like?
So the O-line, we go out once every week. You know, I haven't paid yet, but you know, everybody takes turns. And, you know, Kenny he comes every time just because, you know, like he's the QB. So, you know, it's just good to be around him, have him around the O-line. You know, everybody, you know, having their kumbayas. And
What have you learned about him in that environment?
he's pretty chill.
Yeah.
You know, pretty laid back. Good dude.